So the last part of our applications of time value money is valuing corporate bonds. Now, corporate bonds are basically just debt issued by corporations, and that debt will have certain characteristics. But this is for example a bond that recently ended, um, which basically you see it's a certificate that says, okay, this is how much this bond is worth. So this is the face value, okay, of the bond, $1 million, and this is how much the bond is going to pay you in the form of interest. They're called coupon. This is the coupon rate, and because of this coupon rate, you're going to receive coupon payments. The coupon payments are just the 8 3/4% multiplied times the face value or principal value of the bond. So 8.75% of $1 million is what you'll receive every year. Whether it's paid annually or not, that depends on the bond's conditions. But this is a bond that ended by the bonds have a finite life, and in this case, this bond no longer continued any payments beyond February 1st, 2017. We have specific kind of jargon for that. I'll show you this in 1 second. Okay, but will be a certificate, a bond certificate. So bonds have a principal value, also known as a nominal value or face value. Okay, and that principal value will always be paid at the end of the bond's life, which in our jargon is called maturity. So a bond that has matured is a bond that has already finish off all its payments. Okay, so think of the principal value as an amount that is paid to you at the end of the bond's life. In the example that I just showed you previously, the principal value was $1 million. Okay, the coupon rate is just the annual rate that the bond pays. Then the payments, of course, don't need to be annual. It could be semi-annual, there could be monthly, depending on the bond's conditions. In our case, the bond's rate, the coupon rate was 8 3/4%, meaning that was 8.75%. Okay, so the coupon payments that you're going to receive are the periodic interest rates during the life of that bond. So if this bond in my example would pay interest or coupons only once a year, then the coupon payment will be the coupon rate, 8.75%, multiplied times the principal, which is $1 million. So you will receive $87,500 per year. If these would be semi-annual payments, then you will receive half of this amount every 6 months. Okay, so the price of the bond, you wonder, okay, so if the bond pays me $1 million at the end of the bonds when it matures, then what if I sell the bond at any point in time, or I want to buy this bond at any point in time, then what is the price of this bond? And the price of the bond is going to be can be either above or below or at principal value. It doesn't have to be always at $1 million. It could vary. And this is the reason why. Let me just define one other thing that we have not defined here. There's something called the yield to maturity. Yield to maturity. Okay? And think of this as the rate, okay, that the market, that investors require from this bond. That investors require. Okay, think of this as the market rate. So let's go back to our previous conversation. This bond offers a coupon rate of 8.75%. All right, what happens if inflation goes up and a year later or 2 years later in the market for these kinds of bonds, investors don't just want 8.75%, but now they want 12%. In that case, the coupon rate of the bond, which is, by the way, is fixed. Not all bonds have fixed rates, but basically, typically, bonds are called fixed income securities. The reason why is because typically those coupon rates are fixed. If the bond that offers 8.75%, now you're considering buying, but you demand a 12% return, clearly that has an impact on the price you're willing to pay. Or vice versa. Suppose that the bond offers 8.75%, but now the market only wants 6%. So a bond paying 8.75 interest when the rest of the market is asking for a 6% compensation, that will also have an impact on the price you're willing to pay. So what I want you to realize is that when the yield to maturity, okay, what the market wants, right, is greater than the coupon rate that the bond offers. Okay. When the market wants more than what the bond offers, then the bond will be sold at a discount, at a discounted price. At a discount, that means it's below principal. In my example, the principal value, remember, was $1 million. Okay, so if the coupon rate is 8.75%, okay, but the market wants 12%, which is greater than the 8.75, then it would sell at a discount. Okay. Inversely, if the yield to maturity is less than the coupon rate, so the bond offers more than what the market requires, then the bond will be sold at a premium, meaning at a price higher than the principal value. Okay, so in the first case it would be selling at $900,000. In the second case it will be selling at above principal. Remember, the principal is $1 million, so it will be selling at $1,300,000 or some. Okay, so in my example, okay, if my yield to maturity, the coupon rate is 8.75%, and the yield to maturity, say, is 6%, okay, then that's when the market prices the bond at a premium. If the yield to maturity is exactly equal to the coupon rate, in other words, the bond offers exactly what the market wants, then it's sold at par, which means that the price is exactly equal to the principal value. Okay, let's keep these things in mind and let's solve an exercise. And I'm going to solve this exercise basically in Excel. I just want you to be aware of one thing. Okay, this bond, in my example, okay, pays semi-annual interest every February 1st and August 1st. So every 6 months it pays the coupon. Okay, the coupon rate. So the coupon payments are made every 6 months. All right. So we're going to answer a series of questions. Let's go to Excel. And what I mean by that, of course, is that we go back to the same sheet that that we've been using for time value money, except that now you use the bond sheet. Okay, the bond tab. So let's start with the first questions. How much will each semi-annual coupon payment be? This is an easy one because the coupon rate is 8.75. The face value or principal value is $1 million. What would the annual payment be? The annual payment would be equal to 8.75 multiplied times the $1 million, right? That's $87,500. We already did this before. But since these are paid every 6 months, you just take equal sign, just take this number and simply divide it by 2. And that's going to be your coupon payment. You're going to be paid $43,750 every August 1st and February 1st. Okay, that's that. The second question is, what is the effective yield of the bond? Remember the effective rate, or the EAR, equivalent annual rate, that I asked you to find when we were doing time value of money. Now let's find the effective rate, but let's use Excel functions. Okay, so here's the thing. If you know that the nominal rate that you're receiving is 8.75%, but you get paid, twice a year, then what does that mean as far as what kind of return are you really earning? So in order to find that result, right, we use the effective function in Excel. You see how it comes up right here? Double click, let's press FX, and all it wants to say is give me your rate. What is the rate? 8.75%. Fine. Give me the number of times you get paid, number of periods, right? It's 2. And press OK, and you will get 8.94%. So let's interpret this for a second. What does it mean? It means that half of the year, during the first half of the year, you get paid $43,750. If you can get that money and invest it immediately and earn the same rate immediately, then you're actually going to be better off than if you had to wait a full year to get the full $87,500, right? So in other words, you can start earning interest over interest as soon as the first payment is made. This is why you end up earning a little bit higher than the 8.75%. If you had not been paid in the first half and you would have waited for the full amount to be paid at the end, then your effective annual rate would be 8.75. Or to put it differently, if you change this 2 to a 1, in other words, you only get paid once a year, your effective rate is exactly equal to your nominal rate. Okay, The reason why it's higher is because you get this money upfront.